It's me picking up again. Sorry. It's me picking up again on the Cruisin with Susan on Sunday night, March 29th. This is going to also turn out to be an experiment with my new video editing software, which I so far have been completely befuddled about how to use. But what happened is the first part of this video was I recorded a whole post, and then when I was playing it back I realized that my memory card was too full, and so it cut off halfway through, or maybe even 3/4 of the way through, and I didn't want to completely redo it. So this is going to be part of my experiment anyway. Where I left off was telling you that in my opinion you should meet, if you're communicating with some people online, you're just dealing with a photograph or maybe several photographs and words that they have selected to present themselves to you. I think you should try to meet them as soon as possible. And that can feel awkward in a way, because it certainly did to me. You know, it's kind of like it's like showing up for a job interview or something. And I think I said this last time when one of the guys that I had a first date with was clearly, I mean, he wasn't rude about it, but he obviously had no interest in seeing me again. And I felt kind of strange, like I didn't get a job that I wasn't even sure I really wanted, but you know, it sort of was annoying. But anyway, I think you definitely need to start filling in all the gaps that we're imagining things with reality as soon as possible. That can include a feeling of a comfort level that you didn't know that you would or wouldn't have, just how much the conversation flows, or how much rapport you feel that you have with the person. And you can also notice how much are you yourself. You know, it's one thing to write little texts or little emails to a person. It's another thing to actually be in their face and in their presence, and noticing how you feel and how authentic you're being, or how much yourself you're being. So I think as kind of nerve-wracking as that can be, I think that's really, I found that I had a list of about 6 people, and after those 4 dates, the list was much shorter. Now I can start refilling in some other things as I go along. I have found that when you first go on a site, you're very popular, because apparently some people have their settings set to show them new people, new kids on the block that come in, or new meat or something. So you get a lot of attention in the beginning. Then after that, it kind of slows down. But you can also start refining a style of your own. I try to be polite and nice as I say to people who contact me from way out of town, people that I could never meet in person. I try to say to them, thank you and good luck to you, and I hope you find somebody that you can meet and spend time with, but I'm not going to pursue relationships where I can't meet the person fairly quickly, because this is my new philosophy. And in fact, today somebody responded, well, it's a little early to worry about distance. This person actually lived in Australia. So we don't have to worry about distance, he said, because if I find my true love, I'm willing to move. I'm like, oh, okay, you're going to find your true love through email and phone conversations, and maybe 1 or 2 visits, and then you'll decide to move. So that's, I just, you know, it's too bad. They could be the greatest person in the world, but if they live 3,000 miles away or 10,000 miles away or however many miles away, and you can't meet them relatively quickly and spend some more time with them if you're both interested in doing that, it's just too bad. There's other fish in the sea, actually, and you kind of get better at it after a while. You realize there's always going to be somebody else, and each individual person becomes a little less crucial. I think back to the people that I was responding to in the very beginning, and my style has changed. My feelings have changed about how I go about that, and it's kind of weird. You'd have to try it to see, but it's really kind of fascinating. But anyway, so that's my main communication to you tonight, is just be aware of how easy it is to fall in love with an idea, or the idea being that someone can really be interested in you when they haven't met you and they don't know you. It's just a crock. I'm sorry. I just think it is. You have little indications and that's fine, but if you don't put in the time and the effort, and they don't put in the time and the effort to really go through the steps that every healthy relationship has to go through, which includes learning how to disagree, it includes arguments, how do we argue? I mean, that stuff typically doesn't happen when everybody's on their best behavior. Although I will say I've had people argue with me already just in texts, and that's a pretty good tip-off that you don't want to really pursue that relationship if they're yelling at you in capital letters in a text. I don't think that's going to work out, at least not for me. That doesn't turn me on very much. Anyway, so that's all. I'll keep you posted. I don't know, quite honestly, I don't know how much longer I'm really going to do this. I will let you know my thought process. I am learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about myself. It's very humbling, as I said, kind of embarrassing. But I'm really glad I'm taking this opportunity. And if you are single, and if you do have the feeling that you'd like to have more friends and more people in your life, I really recommend taking a little bit of a risk here and seeing what you can do. Now, the other alternative, of course, is join some groups. Go to meetup.com. That's MEETUP, meetup.com. And find a hiking group, find a book club, find a existential philosophy discussion group. There's all kinds of ways that you can get around people without having to be on a dating site and putting yourself in the position of kind of selling yourself as a dating partner. But be that as it may, I'm finding it quite interesting and enjoyable. But something pretty good is going to have to happen pretty soon for me to keep this up for very much longer. I think I'm going to go back to the hiking group club or something like that, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, hang in there with me. Tune in next time to Cruisin' with Susan and see what's the latest in online dating when you're older than dirt. And in the meantime, please remember to live well, laugh often, and love much. And I'll see you soon on Cruisin' with Susan. Bye.